Guys, it's Wolfy-Chan and back with another anime review, and this anime is The Seven Deadly Sins. I fell in love with this about a year ago, and so when I heard the second season come out, I jumped all over that, but I think they're releasing it in parts, so it's not completed yet, and it breaks my heart, because I want to watch all of it. So this is going to be a review about basically the first season and how kick butt it is. This is a story about the Seven Deadly Sins, who were basically knights to protect this kingdom, and they had magic powers, they were awesome, and so they protect this kingdom. Well, one of the Grand Magicians, if I remember right, because I can't remember if he was a Grand Magician, but I know he was not the king, because you see the king later. And he's Gil's father, so I believe he's, no, a Holy Knight. That's what he is. The Grand Master Holy Knight. There you go. Sorry, guys. So, the Grand Master Holy Knight he's died. Somebody has killed him. And Meliodas walks in on it and doesn't know why. So, everybody kind of blames the Seven Deadly Sins for these, and so they run out of town and they never come back. Well, Elizabeth, who is the daughter of the king, feels like certain holy knights are not being just as other holy knights are. So, it's like she basically wants to find the holy knights so that they can bring order back into the town, because a lot of bad things have started to happen. And a lot of the knights are taking matters into their own hands and stuff like that. So, she goes out and she's kind of been in this huge armor to try and protect herself. And she stumbles upon Meliodas before she even kind of knows it's him. And so he basically gives her a place to sleep and stuff like that, and he fondles her a lot. The guy, a bit of a pervert, but he is an awesome character. And so she tells him this grand story that basically her kingdom is kind of in disarray, that her father has been sick, and so the Holy Knights have been kind of taking over, but not in the best way, and not the greatest intentions. So, she tells him that she's trying to find all the Seven Deadly Sins to bring about order and basically to help her with her cause. And Meliodas, pretty girl problem, sure, I'll help you. And after that, the Holy Knights, some of the Holy Knights, which they're not holy, they're like apprentices still, comes up and is trying to get Elizabeth back. Not in the nicest intentions, but trying to get her back. So, Meliodas finally, basically, they find his dragon tattoo, which is part of the Seven Deadly Sins, which is cute that they have kind of animals representing the sins. And he basically, it's like, is that Meliodas? He hasn't aged, he's not tall, not rugged like the poster. And he unleashes his sword, which looks broken. It ain't. And basically cuts down a mountain in half to stop them. And so after that, when he talks to Elizabeth, he agrees to help her find the sins, which they slowly and nicely kind of collect almost all of the deadly sins, except for one who has died, if I remember right, because I think Gother doesn't explain a lot, but I believe he died and his armor was still alive, so he was trying to guide him, and, like, hey, just be cool, and the armor was kind of crazy. So, I don't talk about Gother. So, each of the Seven Deadly Sins they find, I believe they start off with Bon. I'm trying to remember, but it's either Bon? No, it's actually Diane. Diane the Borson, who is a giant. She's so cute. I love her because she's just an awesome character. But she's a giant who is also part of the Seven Deadly Sins, and also really likes Meliodas. But also, her memory was wiped by King. I'll get to King after Bon. So they find her in this creepy forest, and she's like, sure, I'll help, but Master, which he calls Meliodas, is mine. Kind of does that thing, jealousy. And then Gil, who is a holy knight that grew up with the royal family and grew up with Meliodas, basically is, like, hey, I'm going to kill you. And he says a certain phrase that I can't exactly remember the details of, because I'm not the grandest at details. But basically, he's being watched throughout this whole first season. And so he tries to defeat Meliodas lots of times. He has lightning as his kind of holy part of the knights. So basically, Meliodas just kind of pushes him back just enough that they can all go. And that's an awesome fight in of itself. So next you find Bon, who's in this gigantic prison. Gigantic. And it's basically a prison for the really bad people, but they only really have one person in there, and that is Bon the Fox-Sin. And I can't remember what each sin is, like, from the 7 Deadly Sins, but I know he's a Fox-Sin, and boy, howdy. He basically cannot die. He rejuvenates, and if you cut off a body part or anything like that, he just regrows it back. So he's basically immortal. And he always wants to... There's been... the reason why he turned immortal is because King's sister, get to him, who's a fairy, King is a fairy, which is awesome, he's the fairy king, his sister was protecting the tree that held immortality. And he stumbles upon her, kind of falls for her, and when a demon pops up, and it's a really big thing that demons pop into this world, when a demon does pop up, she basically tries to stop it, and they both kind of are trying to stop it, and he gets really injured. So she gives him the Fountain of Youth, the Water of Youth, and so he lives, but she dies. And he basically, like, tears the demon apart. So, but he's always been very upset that King's sister has died, and he found out about it. He always gets in fights with King about it, because he fell in love with her as well. And he's always trying to find a way to bring her back. And that's kind of like the driving force at the end of the anime, mixed with some other stuff. But he's really trying to bring her back. And it's a really sweet story, but I'm just like, you're so pretty. God, Bon. And then the next member you meet is King, who he looks like a big gruff guy, like a big old teddy bear. And he is the Fairy King with, Chastiel. Got it. We're good. Chastiel, which looks like a pillow, looks like a teddy bear, can turn into anything and any weapon at any time. And so he regrets, he's been trying to connect the human and the fairy world for a while, found out that the humans were basically, like, some of his fairy kingdom, like, he told them to, don't do it. But some of the fairies want to join and figure stuff out. Then he finds out that his people are being slaughtered and killed. And he doesn't know or understand why at all. So he tries to finds out a lot of them have died, and tries to kill the person that has killed a lot of his friends and his family. Well, friends really. And his kingdom. There you go. When he himself gets stabbed, and basically floats down a river and finds Diane. And him and Diane hang out a lot because she's a little girl at the time. And, like, you don't know what happened to her family. It's never discussed, too. Which is really sad. But so she's growing up with him and just all this stuff. And he finally, it's been like decades or 100 years or so, because they keep seeing these people and they look so similar. And you find out throughout their little story that it was a great-grandfather, a grandfather, and a dad. And so it's a really cool and, like, really, really sad story, because you find out that basically those two can live almost centuries and not age. So they can live a very, very, very long time. And so King loves taking care of her and fell in love with Diane. But he was worried that if he left, she'd want to come find him, and he was trying to go back to his kingdom to find out what happened there. So, the thing that gets me all the time is he puts a memory block on her so she can't remember any of the stuff from her old life. And so he then goes and finds out his kingdom is ruined and wrecked. And then he doesn't really tell how he connects with the seven deadly sins. He just kind of does. But he's always trying to find a way to bring back his kingdom and stuff like that. And then there's an epic fight with one of his friends that are like a zombie fairy. It's awesome. I love that part as well. And so, with all of this, they try and find the other sins, which next up and kind of last because of the seventh sin being dead, and then they try and find Merlin, I can't remember what sin she is, but they try and find Merlin after that. So they go and find Gowther, and Gowther is like, he's adorable. Oh my god. But Gowther is the sloth sin, if I remember right. That's the one I kind of like. I don't remember the animal, but I think he's a goat sloth. And so he can kind of turn his body and stuff like that into different things. Kind of shapeshift. So he's a very interesting character. And when they find Gowther, he's like, and I am Gowther, and his hair turns pink, and he's like, meh. And they're like, oh, hey, Gowther. So the other guy, it was just his armor I was protecting. So it's very sad when you find out that one of the sins is gone. And you don't really get to know a lot about him, which is really sad. But it's really cute. And so they go back to the kingdom, and so there's a huge fight between like kind of the Holy Knights and the people. And then the seven deadly sins pop up, and it's a huge fight with them. And you find out that one of the Grand Masters is so obsessed with the demons. And the demons are different color depending on how strong they are. So red demons are fairly strong, but they're kind of the weakest in the demons. I can't remember what color, because it's like, I think it's purple that's even more powerful than red. And he finds the corpse of a white demon. And those things are what basically kind of was destroying the world at the time. Before, I don't know if it was the seven deadly sins or, like, most of the old, like, long time ago Holy Knights sealed them down there. But he finds that corpse, and he basically, the Holy Knight infuses with it, and becomes a white demon who is nuts. And this is a huge, gigantic fight, because after that, they find out what has been controlling Gil, and they kill it. Before the eldest princess, because there's 3 princesses, it goes, the youngest is Elizabeth, the second youngest is like a tomboy, and then the oldest is a very beautiful maiden. So, she basically kind of gives up her life, but doesn't die because Meliodas kills the thing that was stalking her, and Gil saves her and tells her that you cares for her and all that stuff. It's awesome. The fights are amazing, and you find out another character has popped up with Merlin, which is King Arthur, which is awesome. Oh, when you find King Arthur and he's like a teenager, amazing. I just love that part too. So, once after all this Grandmaster absorbs the white demon, it is a gigantic fight. All the Holy Knights come and try and kill him. They're not that strong. All the seven deadly sins, with almost all their weapons, come and try and kill him. And it's Meliodas, close to the end, that kind of has this evil side of him that then goes and attacks this enemy. And it takes a lot. And you finally, at the very end, he gets killed. Spoiler warnings, the main baddie of the series dies. Sorry. But I won't tell you after that, because you should watch it. Because, hey, Meliodas might have died, or he might not have. I know, it was the second season, but you also find out, before that Merlin, I can't remember what sin she is, once again, but Merlin is part of King Arthur, and has really good magical powers, and has basically healed the king to make him feel better. And so, that's kind of the last deadly sin you meet, because the last one is dead. But this is a very awesome and action-packed anime. So there's like a little bit of fun and comedy and all this stuff, but it is very action-packed. It is very awesome. It's got a bit of everything for everybody, because it does have a little bit of romance with Elizabeth and Meliodas. And you get a lot of development from these characters. And it's just, oh, I love this. I fell in love with it. I watched all of it. It's on Netflix. And I love it. It's amazing. And I would definitely recommend it. 18 and over, because there's blood, there's fighting. I don't know if there's gore. I mean, some guy dies, so that's kind of a big thing. But 18 and over, guys or girls. Guys, it's got action. It's got hot girls. Come on. Girls, it's got a really good story. And hey, guys can like stories too. But girls, it's an awesome one, and it's amazing. So I recommend it to any boy or girl over 18, men and women. Yeah, over 18. It's really good. I truly recommend this one. I've been trying to get into some of the anime that Netflix provides, and there are very few anime on there that I like and love. But I'm slowly getting into some more of them, and they are releasing more. But Funimation, right. So if you like this video, definitely leave a like, leave a comment down below if you have seen this, or if you have a favorite character. Mine has to be Bon. Like, it goes Bon, Diane, King, and then Gother's kind of up there. Just because of something he's done in the second season. But I will talk about that when it's fully done. Because I have watched all of it, but it's kind of stopped, so I'm waiting for it to all come out. But yeah, so tell me what your favorite character is, because I like reading your comments. And definitely subscribe, because I do make videos every day between Sunday to Saturday, Monday to Sunday. And it's either something new, something old, or something that you can kind of get your hands on if you have like Netflix and stuff like that. So definitely subscribe to them. And I do hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. Their son. Wolfy-Chan out. Bye guys.